Okay. Well, thank you all so much for coming. And I guess now I will explain the rules. First of all, thank you so much to Grant Howitt, the designer of this game. He is an amazing game designer. You can find, I think there's some links up in chat where you can find Honey Heist. It's a pay what you would like. So really fun time. I also recommend Goblin Quest. There's also Chicken Coup, which is maybe something we could do in the future. But eventually, it's not eventually, but like, they're great. Thank you, Grant. You're wonderful. Let's get to the rules of Honey Heist. So, Honey Heist. Basically, all of you are bears, and you have decided to come together your infinite Ursine wisdom to pull off the biggest heist, the greatest caper known to bear kind. And you're basically, it's a simple heist job. You know, what each one of you plays a role, each one of you has different talents to bring to the table, and yeah, we basically just see what happens as we navigate this strange little world where bears try to pretend to be human in order to get lots of honey. So every player who is a bear has two stats. There are only two stats in this game. The first is bear. Bear is for anything that is essentially something that a bear can do. So climb a tree, scent out honey, terrify people, generally cause mass carnage, or, you know, scare a bunch of campers. That is the sort of thing that a bear do, and that is the kind of a role that you will need to make. The other stat is criminal, which is basically anything that isn't related to a bear. If your bear is like, I need like a pistachio macchiato right now, I'm like, that's not a bear thing, that's a criminal thing. You're gonna have to roll for criminal to get your pistachio macchiato. Or it could be something a little bit more relevant, like trying to open a safe, or trying to crack open an electronically locked door, that kind of thing. Or just in general, maybe trying to fool a human into thinking that you are also a human, so that way they don't freak out when they realize, you're a bear! So each of these stats, you start with 3 points in each, and we can see these very wonderfully at the bottom by your bear emojis and your money bag emojis, because we could not find a better emoji for crimes. So throughout the game, I will be asking our players to roll either bear or criminal. They'll be rolling a d6, and depending on what their role is or their species is, they may have advantage. I will get into this shortly. But for now, whenever they roll a d6, or possibly two d6s, depending on the occasion, they need to hit either the number of points in that particular column, particular stat, or below. So for example, right now everyone's at 3 and 3. If I ask for a bear stat from, you know, Kathleen, and Kathleen rolls a 2, you know, she's fine. It's great. However, if you roll above that number, things happen, and we'll just have to decide what that is. There are opportunities for players and me, the Honey Master, to shift points to and from bear to criminal, and so on and so forth. To shift for example, if any point in the heist you get really angry, something goes wrong, the lift isn't working like you used to, the rendezvous point isn't, no one's there, you get angry because you're a bear and you want things to work out. So you add a point in bear because you're a little upset. And also if something just goes wrong, basically you get angry. Whenever you get angry, you become more bear-like. If at any point the heist starts going smoothly, you know, you manage to crack open that safe, you jimmy open that lock, you know, criminal is great. You'll add one more in criminal. However, you will have to take one away from bear in order to do that. So at any point, your points in bear or criminal add up to 6. Now, there are ways for the players to also adjust those points. If you want to get another point in bear and take one away from criminal, you just need to eat a lot of honey. Pretty straightforward. If, on the other hand, you want to transfer a point from bear to criminal, then you'll need to initiate a flashback scene. So basically, a flashback scene is, you know, anytime in the game you want to do this, any player can say, I want to have a flashback scene, and suddenly we enter the past in which all 4 of you are smoking cigarettes and drinking coffee in the seedy back room of a cafe planning the heist. So that is a thing that you can do at any point in time, especially if you want to adjust your stats right before you do something a little tricky. rolling with advantage. I think it's the only other thing I've got. So there are different roles that these players and bears have on this team. So for example, driver, face, like muscle, hacker. If you do something skill-wise that relates to your actual role, then you get to roll with 2d6s whenever you attempt that, instead of just one. So you roll with advantage, and you take the lower of the two numbers. Likewise, not every bear is built equally. Some bears are better at some things than others. So if, for example, you are a polar bear, you swim very well. So if you're doing a swim check or something like that, you can definitely make that with advantage. A honey badger, which is considered a bear in this game, has advantage in carnage. So you can absolutely roll advantage for carnage if you so prefer. Excellent. So with that, I think that pretty much covers everything. What I think we should do is maybe roll some characters. What do you think?
Let us become bears.
Become the bear. So go ahead and roll 3d6s, and you can determine your. Does everybody have access to the game sheet? You can see what species and whatnot you end up as. So just let me know. I'll write this down.
I was down to clown, but I'm more down to get on a unicycle and just pedal around the middle of a ring for a bit.
All right. Do you want to go in a certain order, Michelle? Or?
Yeah, let's go left to right. Let's start with Dale.
Okay, so I am a retired black bear, and I am the driver.
Nice.
And can I also roll my D8?
Yes. Please roll your D8 for your hat.
I rolled a 2. That's a top hat. I might have to go get one of those.
Excellent. Let's go to Ian next. If you want to go grab your top hat.
That's right. I have, in fact, rolled a rookie panda driver.
Oh, since you also rolled driver, would you like to roll again?
Yes, absolutely. Let's make things a little bit interesting by changing that up. Oh, no, that's still a 3. Still a 3. Okay. Oh, I'm a rookie panda hacker.
Ooh.
And I'm also going to roll that D8 because I'm super excited to be wearing a crown. Perfect.
Very Billie Eilish. I love it. Okay, Kathleen.
All right. I rolled all 5s. So I am a slick sun bear, which gives me advantage to sense honey, and I'm a thief.
Nice. And what hat are you wearing?
I'm wearing a fez.
Nice. And Anthony, last but not least.
I rolled the same kind of bear. Should I roll a different kind of bear if it's not the same?
If you like.
Yeah. I'm still. Yeah. Okay. I am an unhinged grizzly bear.
Oh no!
And I'm the face. The face.
Oh god!
Beautiful.
You know,
look out, boys and ladies! And the hat is different hat. A fez.
Would you like to re-roll, or would you like to keep your fez?
Somebody has a fez. A flat cap.
Nice.
What's a flat cap?
It is
like one of those like old newsboy caps, kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. I like.
Yeah,
that.
I like it.
Excellent. All right. So everyone's rolled their characters. Would everyone like to maybe in the same order create a name? And if you'd like to add any spice to your character's background, maybe why if you want to give your name, let's strike that. So before we give our names, I'm going to give you the setting of this heist, so that way that might inform a little bit of your background. So this is HoneyCon 2017. I'm going to have this in the past because why not? I was like, maybe I should have it in 2020. I'm like, no one was doing anything in 2020. So let's have it in the recent past. And all of you are aware that, and it's shown in, you've seen it in the bear forums, you've seen it in the dark baronet. There are some pretty good and very rare things coming into town for the next HoneyCon, and it's an opportunity that none of you can pass up, because after all, the exiled queen of the bees, excuse me, exiled queen of the bees is returning and is looking for someone to help her regain the throne. However, she has been kidnapped and placed into a special, almost like mechanized hive, and is being auctioned off at HoneyCon 2017.
Whoa!
It is being, because to control Queen Haneres, mother of bees, destroyer of wasps, breaker of honeycombs, you control all the bees of the world, all the honeybees of the world. So it is truly quite a boon for any bear, as you imagine, to strike a deal or perhaps even have the queen under your control, because who doesn't want unlimited honey? You know that this conference, HoneyCon 2017, it's only the most elite of the elite humans in the society can bid on such a prize. So it's being held in an extremely exclusive, very luxurious wilderness lodge in upstate New York called Golden Oaks. It's held in this tiny town called Little Falls. And from the recon that you and the team have come up with, it is quite palatial. Like, on the outside it looks pretty rustic, it's got that log cabin lodge sort of feel, but inside is 5-star service, top of the line electronics. And because of the nature of this particular auction, this queen is actually being held in the depths of the sub-basement in a vault that is not only guarded by an electronic biometric door, but is also it's also highly monitored by a bunch of CCTV cameras all over the property. So the last thing that also you know about this particular convention is that it's being run by Seamus McConnell, who is a tech industry guru. A little bit like Elon Musk, but perhaps worse, in the sense that he has taken it upon himself to kidnap this bee and is auctioning off to the highest bidder. He is the one who organized this whole affair. He's a man in his late 40s who likes to smoke big cigars and wear tweed jackets. Really likes sitting in big comfy armchairs with his legs crossed, chortling, that sort of thing. But yeah, so all of you have come together in this tiny little but very, very fancy town of Little Falls, New York. And you're meeting in a local diner that has actually been broken down. Like, no one's in the diner anymore. It's just abandoned on the side of the road. But all of you have managed to meet up there at Spoonie's, and we'll just go ahead and set the scene from there. It's about the day before HoneyCon 2020, and so you have exactly until tomorrow night to get the bee. Until then, Queen Haneres will be inside that vault, and she will be auctioned off and moved after tomorrow night. So you're there, it's the evening before. Dale, why don't we introduce you to your character? What are they doing in the diner?
I'm Tractor Brown. Yes, I'm a black bear, but my name is Brown. And I've come out of retirement for this. They actually held HoneyCon 1997 here. So 20 years ago, I was active and I was trying to come in, and it was old McConnell, Seamus's dad, Patrick. And he was running it, and I was... I've often told of my successes at HoneyCon 1997, but actually I was kind of humiliated. So the chance to come back to where I say it was my glory days, but it was actually, my big failure. It was too big to resist. So when they said they needed a wheelman, Tractor Brown came out of retirement to come help out with this heist.
And what kind of car do you drive, Tractor? Is it
Oh,
in fact
well,
a tractor?
I'm an expert at hot wiring. I don't own a car. I'm just, there are rich people there. I'm going to take one of theirs.
Nice. All right. Excellent plan. Ian, let's go to you.
Oh, well, as you know, I am a panda bear that was the only panda to escape from a Japanese private zoo. It was actually a lot easier to escape than I thought it was going to be, because really they were just trying to get rid of me because I wasn't producing other pandas, I guess you could say, due to a crippling online pornography addiction. Because, well, I mean, what else are you going to do as a panda but eat and look online? Which is how I got all of my hacker skills, by getting access to these computers all the time. And so I was the third generation panda of my name that was originally imported from a French zoo. You may refer to me as Ursine Liu Ping III.
I love it. And why do you wear a crown?
Oh, well, that's because I'm the king.
Oh, well, that's a good explanation. Excellent. Kathleen.
Hello. My name is Swiftpaw, and I am a sun bear. I'm here because there's lots of things that I can get into, and there's lots of places I can get into. For a sun bear, I'm surprisingly slick, and not just because I oil up my fur to enable me to get into small places. But that's me, basically. I'm here, I'm the thief. You point me at things, and I will find a way to get them open. Sometimes through subterfuge and cleverness, and sometimes by being a bear.
Swiftpaw. The oiliest hugs on this side of the hemisphere. Anthony.
What?
What you got?
What? Who are you? Where am I? My name is Zachariah. I want to eat people, but I must stop myself, and so I must eat honey instead. And these gentle folks have tried to help me and restrain me, but I am going to do it. I'm going to do it, and you're not going to stop me. What is your name? Who are you? Where am I? Let's go.
So all of you are seated.
This hat, this hat is from a young boy that I ate last week.
Flash over to a newsletter from another town in upstate New York. Small newsboy eaten by grizzly bear.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I missed Zachariah's role in this.
I'm the face, my friend.
Whoa, this can only be good.
Who are you? What?
So it's a night before the grand heist. All of you have stationed yourselves in little burrows around the Golden Oaks Wilderness Lodge. And this is basically, since it's an out-of-the-way abandoned diner off the side of the road, this is a perfect place for you to lay out your blueprints, etc. So given what you know, what's the plan? How are you going to get in?
So last time I was here, they had just upgraded everything to Windows 95. So I think that we need to figure out how to hack Windows 95 so we can get in there and take out Patrick's guards.
It's not a Unix system, so I don't know this, so I'll have to do a little bit of research, but it shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, that's 20 years ago now?
Yeah, it was a good time.
Okay. Let's get the laptop going here. How are we going to get there, though? I mean, what?
I recommend.
How far away is it? How far away is it?
So the diner that you're at is currently just a mile away.
Maya, I'm going to start shambling along myself. I'm shambling. Shamble with me!
Zachariah just stands up, is great, 8 feet tall, just starts shambling towards the door.
I mean, there's a total lack of bamboo in this place. I can't get anything I need in this restaurant. Might as well move on.
There's a window! And I break the window with my big claws.
Yes.
You talk about windows? Break it!
You break the last complete, like, unbroken window in this rundown diner.
That feels wonderful.
Yes.
Ooh, that looks fun. I'm gonna wander over the window, pull myself up to the ledge, and then kind of adorably tumble out the other side.
It is too cute, and if anyone were to have seen this, they would have immediately put it on TikTok.
So we're wandering through the woods
Yeah, it's the night before, so you're wandering through the woods, and
toward Golden Oaks.
Toward Golden Oaks, and as you all, wrap up your plans, you put them away, you put on your sensible bear hats, and you shamble with Zachariah in the lead, towards the palatial lodge that is Golden Oaks. You get closer. It's only a mile away, and bears can run like 30 miles an hour, so it doesn't take you too long. But you're there, and HoneyCon is tomorrow. But you know that tonight there is in fact a it's sort of like a pre-party happening at the lodge. So there's like a white tie affair happening in this little atrium off to the side. It looks almost a little bit Greco-Roman in terms of its architecture. It's actually really in strange stark contrast to the log aesthetic of the lodge itself. But yes, over here to the side you've got this sort of Greek temple looking thing, and you see as you edge closer and you peer through the leaves of the various oaks that surround the property, you see a bunch of cars coming up, really expensive looking things, mostly Teslas, just driving up silently, and footmen coming and like opening the doors, and humans are getting out in there. They look amazing. Men coming out in like white tux and tails with a black bow tie, women in all kinds of beautiful dresses, folks wearing whatever they really want because they're rich and this is what they do. So yes, you see that there are a bunch of people heading off in that direction, which is to the east of the lodge. And the lodge itself, it's there, you can see some lights on in the lobby. It's about 10 o'clock at night, so the party's only really getting started. Most of the attention is on the atrium, but you do see some security guards. You can clock from a distance, like, oh, those are some CCTV cameras right here and there. And yeah, there is a valet area as well, with just like a bored looking teenager just kind of like sitting there. He's clearly got like playing something on his phone. It's 2017. What is it, Candy Crush? He's probably playing Candy Crush. And he's not paying attention at all. You can see like there's another teenager behind him, like on the phone with her partner, and she's just like, look, Stacy, I told you, I didn't mean it that way, all right? Like, I just said that she looked cute because she looks cute. She's only like my stepsister. Why are you so anyway? So yeah, what do you do?
And so I'm sorry, is the Greco-Roman structure open to the air? Or
it is open to the air. There's it's a little bit like they've got some pillars out front that's in the open air, and then there's like an enclosed inner structure. And you know that the Queen of All Bees is in the sub basement of the lodge itself.
Yeah. And do these security guards have weapons on them?
Yes, they do have weapons.
They mostly,
but they only have tasers.
Tasers.
Yes.
That's
tasers. Taser won't hold me back. Take your taser and eat it.
Are they serving any like food or canapes at this party?
Yes. So from a distance, you're about maybe 100 yards away from the atrium, but you can see in the distance you can sense it with your bear nose, because bears are amazingly good at smelling things. You can smell all kinds of honey drenched dishes. You can smell like honey basted chicken. There's like everything is like got honey mustard and honey basted macarons and all. There's actually just a waiter walking around with like little shot glasses full of honey and just like, honey, sir, honey.
Swiftpaw, I think you and I are on the same page here. Do you think the two of us could maybe sneak into the back and work our way in as some of the servers? I think I can pull it off with my fur here, and you can probably do that. Tractor Brown, you look like you're dressed to be at this party.
I'm just gonna... I see that there's the DJ van, and also there's a plumber van with FBI agents parked across the street. So I want to figure out which one of those we can all fit in better. But then I think I'll be following my nose right behind you.
Good.
Do I have to do anything to figure that sort of thing
Yes, so
out?
go ahead and roll criminal for me.
Okay.
As you get closer and observe these two vans.
Okay. As the driver, am I rolling 1d6 or
You're
2d6?
rolling 2 because you are the driver and would have more knowledge of cars.
All right. I rolled a 5 and a 6.
Oh my goodness.
Those
so
are good high numbers.
as you look at the cars, you realize like why why did both the DJ and the FBI decide to roll up in smart cars? Like, where did they drive these in from? New York City? Like, this is ridiculous. You can hardly fit your leg in here. And as you stand there, like, baffled and upset by this revelation, go ahead and mark one more bear and one less criminal.
Where do you? Ooh.
Oh, we've got, they'll be changed.
Oh, they'll be
twice.
doing it on it. Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, okay. Ooh.
So yeah, unfortunately, Tractor, yeah, you don't currently have a good escape vehicle.
All right. Well, I won't hog the spotlight, but my next move was I'm going to go up to the two teenagers who are doing the valet service. But we should change to another scene before I do another one for me.
Okay. So as but all of you notice, there are servers ferrying food and hot plates and whatnot from the back of the lodge. There's like a side entrance in the back, and servers are pouring out from both, making their way over to the atrium with various delicious, succulent honey things.
Zachariah, let's go
Yes.
camp that spawn. We can eat them as they come out.
Absolutely. Look at the white will look so much better if it has splashes of red blood on their outfits, don't you think?
Excellent. So, what's the plan? Are you both going to sneak over there, or
I shamble. I can
just
only
shamble.
shamble.
you just?
Can I sneak behind him unnoticed because everyone's looking at the grizzly bear? Just
Yes. Sakurai, are you planning on just terrifying?
Yes!
visitors? Okay,
Yes!
Please roll. What is it? What is grizzly? Do you have? You're allowed to. Your bonus isn't terrifying, right? So
Yes.
go ahead and roll with advantage.
I lift up my giant claws and I growl and scream at them as I want to do. I rolled a 1 and a 6.
Excellent. It's good that you roll with advantage. On a 1, the both of you tiptoe. Well, I mean, one of you tiptoes, one of you shambles through the extremely manicured topiary maze, which is not much of a maze. It's only a foot off the ground. So you just sort of step through it, and Zachariah, you rear up on your back legs and make this amazing, terrifying, grisly face and roar at these poor surfers. And the moment you do, there's like just a couple of servers walking out. There's one with like what looks like almost like a dim sum trolley with some hot plates in it. And there's another server with what looks like honey-soaked baklava on a platter.
Oh.
And both of them, they just look at you and they scream. They drop them. They drop everything. They abandon the cart. They abandoned the tray with the baklava. Baklava goes everywhere, and they run away screaming.
Scatter, you fools! Scatter!
And unfortunately, there's a few other surfers who are coming behind them who also see you and drop what they're holding and run as well.
Scatter!
So you don't have very much time to do whatever you'd like to do because these servers are gonna tell the guards that you're here.
Oh, can I?
If they get away.
Can I
If they get
maul
away.
them? Am I allowed to maul them?
You can certainly terrify them and maul them. Yeah.
I will maul at least 2, as many as I can.
Please roll bear with advantage.
Oh, done. Oh no! A 5 and a 6.
Oh no.
I'm unhinged. I'm trying too hard.
You do you want to describe to me how Zacharias fails?
Well, I get enamored with my own claw, and I start to look at it and lick it and taste it. Confused. I'm unhinged.
Yes, and as you delicately lick your claws, you take a swipe at one of the servers, but the moonlight glinting off of the honey on your claws is just so hypnotizing that you spend a good 5 seconds just staring at your claws.
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, Swiftpaw behind you, this is your opportunity to just go for it. So if you want to go ahead and give me criminal to sneak.
Oh yeah, while all of this is happening and people are screaming, I'm gonna say that the pandemonium of one large bear is gonna be much higher than the pandemonium of one smaller bear. So
Smaller
I'm gonna,
bear.
and I get a 1 on.
Excellent.
So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna try to hug the wall. You know,
Nice.
Yogi Bear kind of like cartoon along.
You
And,
success. Yeah, go ahead.
See if I can find a closet where they have uniforms.
So you infiltrate the cafe, the service station where the catering is being set up. But and as you do so, let's cut back to Tractor, so that way we can see what's going on there.
All right, so these teenager valets, they had their gizmos. I assume they're running like Netscape Navigator or something like that, and it's going to show me where I can, find the cars. I don't want one of those like new smart cars that are coming out that they're bringing in soon. Those are too small. I need some sort of big, like a stretch limo would be awesome. Something we can all fit in, or a big
Nice.
truck.
Cool. So what do you do?
I just walk up to the kid when there's no one else around, and I look over his shoulder and at what he's doing.
Go ahead and roll me criminal to see if you can do this without either freaking them out, and also if you do it stealthily.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would be astonished if I could do it without freaking him out or do it
I
stealthily.
mean, you can also do a flashback if you so choose.
Well, I already rolled, so that would
Okay,
seem
that's
inappropriate.
totally sure.
But I rolled a 2, so that does seem to balance out my previous 5 and 6, perhaps.
Excellent. So, Tractor, you kind of saunter, in your little bear way over to the two teens. Oh, the one is still completely arguing with her girlfriend over the phone and just trying to calm the situation down, so she does not notice you at all. The other teen is also similarly completely engrossed in Candy Crush, and as you peek over his shoulder with your little top hat, you see that he's actually closing Candy Crush, and he sees that there's he taps on what looks like a little valet app, and as he opens it, he's like, oh, I gotta keep track of all of these for everybody. Okay, is everyone okay? And you see that it opens up to basically a catalog of every single car that has been parked essentially at this lodge. So you see not only a list of every single car, but also where they're parked and also who they belong to.
Ooh. So, is Patrick's stretch limo there?
Seamus, his son, he has a stretch Hummer limo.
Oh.
Yes,
That
is
sounds like my next
yeah.
destination.
excellent. It is parked on the west side. It's actually parked in front of the building, but like in a special cordoned off parking lot because it's so big. So you stealthily like retreat, you back up, and then you start making your way over to the McConnell family's stretch Hummer limo.
Okay. This is going to work this time.
As a side, I have ridden in one of those, and it is terrifying.
They're not well built.
No! Also, if you're short, you basically need to be like boosted or like thrown in. They're so tall.
Well, that's going to be an issue for my black bear.
Oh, well,
We'll get to that later.
we'll get to that in a bit. I mean, you're a driver. You'll probably get advantage. It's fine. So let's so Ursine, what are you up to?
Oh, well, I guess I've been just waiting out at the edge of the clearing then to see what's going on, and I can see that Tractor's managed to bypassed the guards and is headed towards what looks to be a large vehicle, so I think that everything's going fine there. I haven't seen anyone come out from the back yet, so that seems there might be some problems there, but I think I'm going to go and grab some reconnaissance, so I'm going to try and infiltrate the party as some sort of entertainment by just, again, rolling my way in adorably like some sort of pet that's been provided for the night's entertainment.
You know what? Roll criminal. Because actually, no. Roll bear, because panda bears are inherently adorable.
That's a 6.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So what happens is you begin your magnificent series of cute tumbles, and like a tiny little bear tumbleweed, you tumble your way across the little clearing towards the place. And it's fine for a little while, but then you start, like, you just basically start crashing into various people. You become a panda bowling ball. You just start, like, rolling forward, and next thing you know, you're just, like, kind of, it's almost like a pinball machine. You're kind of, like, ricocheting off various things. Yes, the true pandemonium. Excellent. So yeah, unfortunately, you hear like a posh woman go, "Oh, I say, who put the panda over here? I thought that wasn't until tomorrow night's entertainment. Oh, it's so dirty. Look at it. Oh, James St. Like, please go take care of the bear." Well, I guess I could go do that, Edith. I guess I could go do that. Sir, you there? And then, like, another butler shows up and is like, yes, sir. There is a tumbling panda that has been let loose in this party. Please see to it. And the butler bows and says, "Of course, sir," and walks over to you and attempts to stop your chaotic rolling.
Mm-hmm. How are they gonna? Are they just gonna put a hand on my shoulder, or?
Yeah. The butler is wearing white gloves and he's in like a white tails and very jeeves. So he just very gently is like, "Excuse me, panda. If you don't mind, just trying to roll you this way. If you don't mind."
Gonna try to cause a bit more damage then, and roll in their general direction that they're asking, and then off to the side a bit. Try to make a bit more mayhem. Maybe try to upgrade my my captor a bit.
Excellent. Okay, so as you go ahead and roll bear to see how well you're able to evade.
Not at all. That's a 6.
Another butler comes up and she grabs you as well. And even though you are a panda, you all are also like just. You're just too cute and a little sleepy, so they just grab you and then you kind of slump over. It's an unfortunate Pavlovian response from your zoo days that once anyone like tries to pick you up by the scruff of your neck, you just kind of go limp.
They've each got kind of one arm and they're just dragging me.
Yeah, just dragging, and then they just start dragging you off the dance floor. This beautiful polished parquet.
Really dig your claws into it to screw it up on the way out.
Perfection.
So as you do this, you do you think you're a little upset by what just happened, or are you like, this is great?
Yeah, at this point I'm like, perfect, I'm in.
Excellent. Okay, let's switch back to Swiftpaw. Swiftpaw, you are inside the catering station for this particular party. You see a bunch of servers basically just trying to put things on plates. There's a lot of people trying to finagle tiny foods on sticks. And you do see in the corner what looks like a movable clothes rack of what look like waitstaff clothing, like waitstaff uniforms.
Perfect. I'm going to. Can I disguise myself as a human?
Please roll criminal.
Excellent. Do I get any kind of advantage on this because I'm a thief?
Yes.
I fail.
So, unfortunately, you don't really know how pants work. So, you put the pants kind of like one leg is sort of on your head, one leg is like through another arm, and you try to like put on the waitstaff like white coat on your other arm, and then the other arm and the jacket's just sort of flapping around your legs. So you do not look like a human at all. If you do look like a human, it's like a very confused toddler. So yeah, it's a little awkward, and you find yourself getting a little frustrated by all of this, and next thing you know, you just sort of rip off the uniform. Go ahead and add 1 to Bear and take 1 away from Criminal for Swiftpaw.
Drat. All right, well, I have a new plan, but I'm going to let Zachariah.
So Zachariah, you have been transfixed. You come out of your reverie. The moonlight has stopped glinting off of the honey on your claw, and you realize that you are alone.
Where's everybody? Where am I? Who are you? What?
Around you, you see like you see that one server has fainted just dead away on the ground, surrounded by little honey martini cups, and you also see like the honey baklava and like the honey soup, etc. is all around you.
Nom 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 nom.
Excellent.
Gulp gulp. Chow down.
Would you like to add another point to Bear?
No, whether I like to or not, I can't help myself.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, yes. Let's add another point to Bear because you're eating a lot of honey.
Yeah, I can't help myself.
Yes. So, what would you like to do now?
It's a veritable smorgasbord. What are we here to do? Where? Who are you? Where am I? What's happening? Oh, I have a very nice hat, though. I would like to shamble around. I'm going to shamble and... Oh, yes, there's that big building over there. Now something is returning to my consciousness. There's a queen. Yes, there's a queen. I like queens. What? I've been to Queens. No, I haven't been to Queens. I've heard of Queens. There's airports there. What?
Excellent.
Yes.
So as your memories start coming back to you, yes, you do remember that the queen is in the sub basement.
Yes, the sub basement. I start digging in the ground.
Okay, you start digging like mad in the ground. Go ahead and roll Bear for me to see how successful you are.
6.
Oh no! Try as you might, you are not aware. You actually.
I'm digging on a boulder. I'm just digging a boulder.
You're just as you go down, your claws hit metal, and you realize that, somewhat like an iceberg, the lodge actually has a large structure or something underneath that seems to be reinforced. So your claws are just scrabbling on this steel, on this reinforced concrete, and you're like,
it has that terrible that terrible screeching sound.
I'm afraid we'll have to add 1 more to Bear.
Oh.
Take 1 away from Criminal.
Oh.
At any point, if you would like to initiate a flashback, please go ahead.
I'd like to initiate a flashback.
All right. As your claws scrabble and you sit back on your haunches and you grumble your grievances to the night sky, you remember just a few months before, sitting with the rest of your compatriots in the back of Le Ursine Cafe, an abandoned bear-only... it's not abandoned, but it's a bear-only cafe in Paris. You're smoking cigarettes, you're drinking coffee... Yes, and you are planning this heist.
Yes, I heard about there's a queen. We want to find the queen because the queen has things we want, right? What are you doing here?
So, we're gonna have to get there. Do we need a boat?
Sure. But I'll just swim. But you can be in a boat. I don't fucking care. I just want to walk. I want to walk up to the queen and say, "Queen, come with me. You're coming with me." Right? That should work. Simple.
That's
Simple.
the plan.
Simple.
We get Zachariah up to the queen. He says that, and we win.
That's it.
No gods or queens, only honey.
Exactly. Then we will have all the honey we want for the rest of time.
The waiter, Jacques Bersteau, walks over on his hind legs with a tray of macchiatos, and puts them on. He's like, "Ah, yes, I see you're planning another heist. Me?
Yes. Yes.
Good. And I hear you take revenge upon that asshole Seamus McConnell and his parents, his father Patrick.
Yes.
Patrick.
I will never forgive Patrick since he killed my one and only love, Pierre. And the camera shifts over to a wall where you see this oil painting of a beautiful black bear in a beret. It's like, and the waiter says, Pierre, we miss you every day.
One of the greats.
Can
Pierre, this is for you, Pierre!
the camera also then just further shifts down one more, and you see what McConnell did to Pierre, and you see that beautiful black bear, but with the hat, but it's a rug, and he's standing on it.
It's terrible.
That
Yeah.
man needs to have his toenails nibbled off by some scarab beetles. That's what he needs.
What about just 4 bears bent on revenge?
Even better!
And the waiter, he wipes tears from his eyes, like, yes, well, that is why I'm financing this whole thing. We will ruin Seamus, we will ruin Patrick, and we will take all the honey in the world for ourselves. I will finally have my honey mocha.
Yes. Oh, thank you. Merci!
Delian. And we fade in back into the present. Unless Zachariah, I guess. So Zachariah, you remember that beautiful the beautiful love between Pierre and Jean, and the desire for revenge rekindles in your heart, and you're able to regain some focus.
Yes.
So go ahead and let's move 1 point back into criminal and take 1 point away from bear.
Yes. 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 I can do this.
So, Zachariah, as you think about this, you remember, yes, you've got to see this. You've got to see the queen. You're the face. You're the only one who can convince her to join you.
Yes.
So it's maybe in your best interest to try to find the other members of the team, so that way they can
Yes.
get you in.
I shamble back into the room from whence I came, where I last saw that thief bear, sun bear.
Yes, you shamble into the caterer section, and you see Swiftpaw in the corner in a
Swift
pile.
ball!
Help! There's so many holes!
Come with me! Come!
As you enter, the entire waitstaff just starts screaming and leaves.
No! Scatter!
Wait,
There's spilled honey everywhere.
Ooh, I resist. I know what came at me last time. I resist. For Jean, for Pierre, I resist.
I know how to make them all scatter at once. Can I look for a fire alarm?
Yes, go ahead. You can see fire alarm. It's very clearly on the. I'm not going to make you roll for that.
Can I pull the fire alarm?
You can pull the fire alarm.
Ah, excellent. Ching! Humans hate bells. I mean, I don't like them much either, but... So...
Oh, there's such a great truck coming soon.
As soon as your little sunball paws turn this down, you hear the fire alarm start going off. You hear other humans throughout the building start saying, what's going on? Before HoneyCon 2017, audacity, what? Someone's setting a fire? What is happening? And I think this is actually a really good point for us to maybe take a quick break.
The suspense!
See what happens.
The suspense!
Le suspense!
Merci!
And welcome back to Honey Heist, where we have 4 bears doing lots of crimes. Where we last left our little heist group, Zachariah just encountered Swiftpaw inside the catering hall, and Swiftpaw decided to go ahead and pull the alarm. So both Tractor and Ursine Luping the Third, you hear this terrible noise. You hear like a whoop whoop, and then like a as the fire alarm goes off. Little flashing lights turn on inside the various rooms of the atrium and also inside the Wilderness Lodge. And all around you can hear humans like exclaiming and wondering like, oh my goodness, what's going on? We're too rich to have problems like this. What on earth? So, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and stick with Swiftpaw and Zachariah for now. What are you both doing? The catering station is completely abandoned. You know that if there's a door leading into the rest of the Wilderness Lodge.
From the catering station?
Yeah, from the catering station, because it's inside the building. Yeah.
Yes. Swiftpaw, can you pick that lock? Swiftpaw, can you pick that lock?
Yes, I'm gonna go and try to open the door. I'm gonna try to pick the lock, and
the door opens. It's
the door opens.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, catering stuff have got to get in out.
I pretend like I had to pick the lock, and it worked.
Swiftpaw,
my claw.
Swiftpaw, you picked the lock beautifully.
Absolutely.
And please know that I'm having a moment of lucidity. Don't waste it. Don't waste my moment of lucidity.
Great. Okay, let's go inside, downstairs.
Very good.
All
I
right.
follow you.
Oh crap! All right, I go as fast as I can, and
But I walk over you and I go ahead of you anyway.
perfect.
Because I'm much bigger.
I'm gonna try and just like hold on to your butt as you rampage throughout here and climb aboard.
Yes, climb aboard!
Zachariah, you bust open the door and you see a bunch of staff for the Golden Oak Lodge, and you're in the lobby of the lodge. So you see some pillars, like wooden pillars carved into whimsical bears and fish and whatnot. You also see like some cool looking flannelly soft seating. There's some plants. There's a string quartet in the corner, although they're no longer there because the fire alarm was set off, and so they just abandoned their instruments. And people are screaming bloody murder and trying to get out, and then you appear, and that just makes things worse.
I scream at them to make them scream bloody murder some more! Terrify them! Ah!
They are. Go ahead and roll bear to see if you can clear out the space.
I rolled a 3.
Yes, you let out an almighty, terrifying, grisly roar, and as you do so, your claws flash in the LED light, in the natural LED light, and everyone is like, not only is there a fire, but there's also a bear, and they scamper out into the parking lot. Tractor, as you are heading towards the McConnell family stretch Hummer limo SUV, you see that a bunch of humans, including the 2 teenage valets, like start running away from the building, and you kind of faintly hear the cries and the roars of your friend Zachariah.
So I should back the Hummer through the front doors so that we have a quick escape ready.
Great. So do you want to go ahead and roll for that now?
I will roll for it as many times as you like. I'm starting it now.
Okay, wait. Before you do so, I will have you roll criminal in order for you to break into... You have to break into the car first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you see the stretch Hummer limo SUV in front of you. It is an enormous behemoth of a vehicle, and it is a bright, like, honey color.
Oh, just like 20 years ago. I think I need a flashback.
All right, yeah, you see
this is a... Sorry?
Yeah, as you look at this car, it all comes back to you. You're having a Celine Dion moment. It's all coming back to you now.
So 20 years ago, back when Spoonies was an active cafe, I was there with Pierre and Jackie and Lindsay, and we were getting ready for our heist. And we knew that, the McConnell family, they had all the latest tech with their Palm Pilots and their Nintendo 64s, and we needed to be ready for them. And I was thinking, okay, I gotta be ready for whatever the high-tech car is. So, I was all psyched for it, but what I was not ready for, which turned out was the honey color of the vehicle, and that is why, ultimately, Pierre paid the price. But this is before that happened. So Pierre and Jackie and Lindsay...
Wait, Tractor, huh? You are going to do this for us, huh?
Yes. We're gonna...
Pierre, you see your son Jean is at your feet playing with some with some bear toys. Just like,
Yeah.
Hi, Dad.
Yeah, you are a good boy, huh? I love you, huh? You are so good, huh? Yes. I smoke my cigarette like this.
Oh, don't ash on my head, Dad. Jeez.
It is good. You rub it into the scalp and it makes you feel like you have dandruff.
You're so smart, Dad. Ow.
It is
Yes.
an exfoliant.
Well,
off of Jean's head, you see a little wisp of smoke as a little bit of Jean's hair gets caught on fire.
this is good. You will decompose yourself a little bit and then you will recompose. It's nice. I read it about it in the Mademoiselle magazine, huh?
Lindsay, who is the face for this group, is a very refined honey badger in a silk dress, smoking a cigarette in a very long cigarette holder. She's just like, "All right, Pierre, we know that this is personal for you. I mean, we have had a thing with the McConnell family for generations now. What will you do with your share of the score?"
I will make sure that in the future they will never be able to use anti-dandruff shampoo again.
Dandruff, such a wonderful revenge upon these dummy humans.
Oui.
Yes, we. All right, Tractor, are you ready? We know that the vehicle, it will be big, it will be beautiful. Are you ready to go?
Yes. Jean should stay here. We'll meet you back here after the heist.
Lindsay takes one big drag of her cigarette, drops it on the floor, stamps upon it, and breaks it in her honey badger way, and says, "All right, let's do this. I shall seduce the valet, and we will be on our way.
On y va.
Au revoir." Puts on like a Jennifer Aniston mask, and then walks out the door.
That was weird. But I like it.
All right.
And then we flash back to the present. Tractor, you're in front of this enormous vehicle. This is the same vehicle that was around 20 years ago when you did your first attempt with...
And I got so distracted by the honey color.
You got so distracted, and it's like that this sense of guilt rises up in you, and it really fires up your determination to really make this work this time. So go ahead and add one more to your criminal, and let's
right.
take one away from Bear.
Thanks. And this is a driver roll, so I'm doing advantage.
Yes, you're doing advantage.
All right. I rolled a 3 and a 5.
Well, 3 does it. So you manage to. This isn't your first time with this little beast, or not big beast, rather. So you remember this time. Okay, don't be distracted by the honey color. Don't be distracted by the honey color. And you take your claws and you delicately pop open the lock. And before the alarm can even go off on the car, you're already like head first into the wires, putting them together, disabling the security.
All right. So I'm going to back through the front doors with this stretch Hummer. Before I do that, I really need to check. Does the outside taste like honey?
Just roll me a d6.
Okay. I rolled a 5.
It tastes like honey, but like not great quality honey. Like it tastes like honey that's been, it's like maybe 30% honey, maybe 70% corn syrup, which tracks.
That's going to help with my self-control.
Yes.
So
Which tracks, because you know that the McConnell family is a pretty sketchy group, so chances are they would water down their honey like that.
Their honey.
All right. Well, I crashed the back of the Hummer stretch limo through the front of Golden Oaks.
Yes, you do so. And Zachariah, you see your friend Tractor. Well, you don't really see your friend Tractor as you're like causing mayhem inside the lobby. A massive honey-colored stretch Hummer limousine SUV bursts through the lobby, and you see. How far do you back this into the lobby, Tractor? It's pretty big.
So there's a door for them. So, presumably that's toward the back.
There are many doors. There are many doors. Yes.
Well, so there needs to be at least one set of doors inside the building, because I don't want them to have to run outside to get into the Hummer.
Gotcha. Okay, so
and I'm like, okay, I'm ready. All right, have you got everything? Can we go? Do I gun it? Are you ready? Are you getting in?
I need to find the queen.
We're like 60% of the way there, probably, at least.
Is not enough.
So Ursine, let's cut back to you. And leave this in media res. And Ursine, you are being dragged away by a pair of butlers who are surprisingly strong and in very well tailored outfits, and they are dragging you towards the back of the Wilderness Lodge, where maybe you don't know this, but where Zachariah and Swift Paw have managed to infiltrate earlier.
I assume that the alarm rouses me from my slumber, and
Yeah.
I wake up and...
You make a cute little panda noise, and the butlers are like, "Oh, you're just so cute."
Oh!
Would you like to escape by being so cute?
Absolutely.
Please roll bear.
3 on the bear die.
You wake up from your slumber and you just let forth the most adorable sneeze. And you do so, and it's like... And the two butlers, they stop and they look at you and they're like, "That is the most adorable thing I've ever heard or seen in my life." And you just blink up at them with your big panda eyes, and you kind of give a panda smile. Ursine, how else would you like to escape?
Now that I
You're
have their...
so cute.
Well, now that I have their attention, let's just... they're still gripping onto my arms, right?
No, they've let go because you're too cute.
Okay. Oh, they let go because I'm too cute. And the room that I'm in is not technically the room that
No, you are in a what looks like the truck delivery area, sort of. It's like the garage, but the garage leads directly into the catering station, so that way the food can get brought in immediately and prepared.
Okay. What's in the room right now?
In the room, there are two 18-wheeler trucks, so it's a pretty big room. And then there's like a big double door entrance into the catering station. There's also, things that you would find in a garage. There's like a hose. There's also like some, there's like a rake and some brooms for general household maintenance. There's like a wheelbarrow. There's also
Okay, this is good.
Cool,
I'm gonna,
all right.
I'll just kind of toddle my way across the room towards one of those rakes, and then attempting to start chew on it.
One of the butlers has already taken out their phone, and they're just like, "Oh, so cute!" They're filming you, and they're like putting it on Instagram.
Oh, perfect. They're just watching and looking, and
They're just so cute. It's
gnawing on that rake a bit, and until
Henry, have you ever seen such an adorable thing in your entire
Kira.
life? No, Pamela. I have 5 children, and none of them are as adorable as this bear.
I just hear a startling noise and quickly whip my head to the left, hopefully moving that rake somewhere in the vicinity of one of their heads.
Go ahead and roll criminal for me, because this is a calculated attack move.
That is a 3.
Perfect. You hit them both at a go. You just turn around very suddenly, and like dominoes, they just topple over. One of them, that the phone clatters out of her hands. And you hear like the voice of a little toddler say, Mommy, where'd the panda go? Mommy.
I'll just wander now over to the phone and kind of just mash the screen with the paw just to hopefully cover the camera and also hang up the call at the same time.
Mommy. That's the last thing that toddler hears. All right. What do you do now?
Well, my team isn't here. We don't know where the queen bee is.
You do know where the queen bee is.
Well, we do know where it
Everyone knows where the queen bee is in the sub basement in a vault. But you do hear Zachariah's unmistakable roar coming from inside of the lodge.
I'm gonna go through those big double doors, bring the broom and the phone with me, and leave. Or not the broom. Sorry, the rake. Specifically the rake. I'm gonna bring the rake and the broom with me, and leave the rake tine side up, just on the other sides of the doors.
Perfect. All right. So you head in, you walk in, you see that Tractor has in fact backed half of this car into the lodge. You see Swiftpaw and Zachariah. Everyone's in the same place.
I'll tell you what really pisses me off about the McConnells. They serve that honey in that bare plastic bit. We don't have honey coming out of our heads. That's not how you should eat honey. You should eat honey you should scoop it out with your paws and lick it off of your claws. That's what's wrong with the McConnells. We must make them pay for this. Let's go get the queen right now.
All right. So you're in the lobby. Like I mentioned before, there was a string quartet. There's some soft seating. Yes, go ahead, Kathleen.
Is there an elevator?
I was about to say, there is an elevator. There is a rather large-looking elevator. The doors carved to look like they're like wooden panels with like bears playing on them.
Look at these offensive reliefs.
I start to fight them. Fight the bears in the panels.
Yes, so there is an elevator. Would you like to use said elevator?
Heck yes.
Okay.
I would love to attempt to.
Which one of you would like to use the... So,
that's a vehicle.
It's a vehicle, yeah. So if you'd like to, Tractor.
Tractor, watch out for the bears. They're going to get you. They're after the honey, too.
Okay, good thing the face is talking to them.
Yes.
I got a 6 when I got my claw up there on the button. Is that good? 6 is a big number. I like big numbers.
So you get into you manage to open the elevators just fine, but unfortunately, Tractor, as you try to push the button that you believe is for the sub basement, you accidentally hit the button for the penthouse. And so all of you, instead of going down, go up.
This seems wrong somehow.
Sub means top, right?
What? Who are you? What?
I'm the guy in the sub hat.
Oh, very good. Yes.
And as the doors open in this penthouse, you see before you a crackling, enormous fireplace. One of those huge numbers. It's about 12 feet wide, 7 feet tall, giant fire inside of it, and then stretched out on the floor, glass eyes shimmering, is Pierre. What's left of Pierre. And as you are all transfixed by the horror in front of you, a figure stands up from the overstuffed armchair with its back to you, turns around, and you see your old Tractor. Your jaw drops open as you see your old heist mate, Lindsay, the honey badger. And and in the shadows coming out, another team of honey badgers emerges. And Lindsay looks around and says, I see you are also here, Tractor.
Who are you? What's happening? What's happening? Who is this? What's happening?
So, are you here to rescue Pierre? 'Cause you're late.
She sprinkles a little bit of ash onto Pierre's head off of her very long cigarette holder. She says, Pierre, spits on the floor, onto the rug that was Pierre. I did not come to save Pierre. Pierre is beyond saving. I have come for revenge. And it's...
Oh, good. You do the revenge, and we'll go get the thing.
Wait.
And I push the other button.
Okay, wait, are you also here for Queen Haneres? And as she says this, you go ahead and roll me criminal with advantage.
I got a 1 and a 3.
Oh my gosh. So as she says this, the other honey bears, who are all basically like her sisters, all start like walking towards you, just trying to stop all of you, but the doors close, and then you do hit the correct button. This time it just goes down. But
Okay.
as the doors go down, you hear Lindsay cry, after them! After them!
No, you deal with Patrick. This is great. This is division of labor.
No! No! And she yes. And so you descend into the sub basement. This time, when the doors open, you see before you a dark warehouse-looking room, filled with just sort of server racks. And to your left is a desk with what looks like a passed-out human, passed out even despite the fact that there is a fire alarm going off, and Zechariah had roared several times. Just absolutely asleep, slumped over their keyboard, in front of a bunch of monitors where you can see, the CCTV cameras, and all of the humans you can see on the monitors are like running away, and a bunch of police are starting to show.
Do you think we need to eat him?
We can probably get away without eating him, but I am peckish. Can you make him green?
What if like, does he look really asleep? Can I just like see if I can just like very gently like wheel his chair out from behind? Because I'm really
Yes.
small. So would that be
Yes.
a criminal check?
You know what? I'm just gonna let you do that because he is knocked out.
Oh, great. Is like an empty vodka bottle like tumble out from underneath him or something like that?
You do see a water bottle tumble out and drop to the floor, and it's open, but the liquid inside isn't clear. It's like a strange blue.
How's it taste?
Oh, are you tasting it?
Of course.
Please roll bear.
I rolled a
see.
5.
You start getting very sleepy. You start feeling really tired. And you haven't drank very much of it, so it wears off in like a minute. But yeah, there's something in there.
I slap her. Snap out of it!
Ah! I go end over end.
Slapped her face. That's why you have the face job.
No time for hibernation yet!
Where is this queen? I must meet her. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Where is she?
Let me see if I can find out where exactly she is down here. I'm gonna toddle over to the security computer. Mm-hmm. And
Go ahead and roll me criminal to see if you can hack this, and roll me criminal with advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Perfect.
Yes.
2 and a 3.
All right. So you see, as you're looking at all the monitors, there's one in the corner that doesn't look like it's actually focused on anything inside what you would expect in the Wilderness Lodge. It looks like it's just focused on a single wall with a server rack in front of it. And as you look closer, you see that the lights on their server rack are actually forming a honeycomb formation.
That seems suspicious and also delicious.
Where is
We
it? Where
should
is
check that out.
it? Can we start smelling for it? I'm gonna start smelling for it. In the server room? Is it in the server room?
Well, sunbearers have advantage on detecting honey,
Oh.
I believe.
I rolled a 2 and a 1.
You can you zen out. You have like a matrix moment where you center yourself and the world of honey smells opens to you. You almost see them in color. It's like a fog of color. You can smell the various honeys from upstairs and like this collage of like blue, green, yellows, and different kinds of honeys, wildflower, clover, lavender. But you smell a very particular scent. It smells refined. It smells elegant. It smells queenly. And you follow that glowing yellow trail over to that wall.
Oh, perfect. I the really good stuff is this way. This is way out of my pay grade. This is the good stuff. And so, am I like right in front of like the flashing lights?
You're right in front of the flashing lights, and they're flashing like in a honeycomb formation. Ursine, you know, however, that this is an electronically locked door that needs biometrics.
I knew I should have grabbed someone from. Well, there's no easy way we're getting in here without the password. And the word is on the lips. And the lips are attached to a person.
Who's in the chair? Right?
Certainly worth trying. Let's wheel it over.
Okay. So you wheel over this poor schmuck who has clearly been drugged. And you describe to me, you see like a little pad, like a little touch pad, as you get closer, you are able to sense that there's like an electronic there's like a shift in the various light patterns. And then Ursine, you managed to push a button based off your really good hacking from earlier. It looks like a button. It just looks like a power button for one of the servers, but you know that this is the one that will open up the biometric lock. A touchpad emerges, and a robotic female voice says, "Hello, please enter biometric data.
What does that
You
mean?
have 30 seconds to enter biometric data."
Is this where we tear off his lips like you were
grab-
talking about?
I'm going to grab, because I'm doing this while sitting, because everything I'm doing while sitting. I'm going to grab the hips from the chair and just kind of push him up at the data pad. Whatever part's going to hit it is going to hit it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll criminal to see how well you're able to. And you can do so with advantage, because I think this is hacking.
That's a 2 and a 4, so.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to tip forward his ergonomic chair at just the right angle that his face kind of topples forward, and he's just like, like, face plant up against the touchpad. And you see, like, some scanning lights appear. It's like, biometric data confirmed.
That sounds good. Is that good? That sounds
Welcome.
Panda voice, we're in.
Welcome, Tristan McConnell.
good. Ooh.
And the sleeping man falls to the floor and begins to snore very loudly. Meanwhile, the server door opens, and as it does so, you smell the most amazing honey that you have ever sniffed in your entire life. It is sweet, it is rich, it is decadent. And on a plinth in the center of this dark vault with a single light shining upon it is what looks like a glass honey, a glass beehive. And inside, sitting on a regal throne made out of the discarded and fused together stingers of various wasps that looks a little bit like the Game of Thrones throne, is a tiny queen bee with her crown.
It can't be.
I shamble up to her. Hello.
Who
Hello.
might you be?
I am Zachariah, and I know that you have been enslaved by the humans. We do not like the humans. We just want to enjoy the beautiful honey that you make. Will you please come with us?
I do not know. It has been so long since I have returned to the place of my birth, Little Falls. I am afraid, Zacharias. I am afraid for my people. This Patrick, you know that he has threatened to eradicate all honeybees if I do not succumb and submit to his will. What will be of my children if I come with you?
Well, aren't they with you here now?
Well, no, not really. I mean, they're kind of in the surrounding forests and in various trays.
We
and
live in a
whatnot.
forest. We live in a forest. We live in a forest. You come with us in the forest, please. And you can make your honey and we can eat it all. We will not disturb you. We are very good at eating honey without disturbing you. Please. Please.
Go ahead and make me a criminal roll to see how persuasive you can be.
I'm not persuasive at all. I rolled a 5.
Oh no. Unfortunately, you, as you get closer, your desperation always makes people feel a little awkward.
Well?
So she senses this, and she's like, I do not know if I mean, you all seem competent enough to open this vault, but I do not know if it is enough. I just do not want him to kill my children. And from behind all of you, you hear, speaking of killing. You turn around and you see the man himself, Seamus McConnell, standing there with the server lights softly glowing behind him in the entrance.
I terrify the hell out of him.
He carries with him a giant syringe that is filled with the same blue liquid, and it looks like it's in kind of like a modified super soaker gun.
No, I just try to terrify him as much as I can.
And behind him, Lindsay steps out and says, "I'm so sorry, Doctor. I know that there's nothing sweeter than revenge, but actually honey is sweeter than revenge, and I have been promised all of the honey in the world if I help."
Queen
Give up,
Daenerys.
Tractor. Give up, Tractor. Yeah, Queen, and then the Queen turns to you inside her little honeybee, and inside her little glass beehive. Yes, what is it?
Queen Daenerys, mother of wasps, breaker of honeycombs, if we can protect you from these two usurpers to your throne, and you can trust us, we're royalty, will you
I
come back
see.
with us to the forest?
Go ahead and roll with advantage, because you pointed at your hat, and I like that.
2 and a 4.
She looks at you with her compound eyes, because I think that's how bees do. She looks at you with her compound eyes, and she puts down a tiny goblet of honey, and she says, "Well, as one royal to another, I suppose I can trust you. Go, fight in my honor, free me and the children, and you shall have your sweet, sweet victory."
Thank you, my queen. And I fall over.
Ursine, go ahead and add one more to criminal. Take away
I
one
think
from
I'm
there.
charging at Lindsay at some point here.
Yes,
And
we're going to
I'm-
initiate combat in just a hot second. Okay, so first, there really isn't like a combat thing. Zachariah said that you were going to attack first, so go ahead, Zachariah. Roll bear to generally terrify.
3.
You do so. It is, you let out this earth-shaking roar that shakes the server shelves in the adjoining room.
I've not shambled a mile not to leave with honey. I've not shambled a mile not to leave with honey. Do you understand?
Seamus like scoots back with his he starts to aim at you with the super soaker syringe gun, and as you roar he steps back and his aim completely misses, and as the liquid hits the wall next to all of you, you hear a hiss, and the smell of acid eating away at the wall hits your noses, and Lindsay also steps back and hides behind a server.
That's right.
All right.
Scatter.
Tractor, go ahead.
Lindsay, didn't you see what they did to Pierre? You're not doing your role. Your role is revenge. My role is getting this. So I'm running up, looking for her hiding behind the server.
Go ahead and roll bear for me to find her.
All right. I got a 6.
You can't find her. You find her sister. You knock over a bunch of servers, and you hear from another point in this room, "I did see Pierre Jacta. I did see what they did to Pierre, and I don't want that to happen to me. Don't you understand?" And as you wreak havoc upon these servers, let's go ahead and add another. The Wi-Fi just goes down. It's gone. There is no Wi-Fi.
No, my torrents.
Go ahead and add one more to bear. Tractor, since you are now very frustrated by the fact you cannot find this betrayer. Ursine, what are you up to?
I'm going to try and sneak my way around the corner of the servers, hopefully being not too adorable so as not to draw attention. And I'm going to try and find the climate control for the server room.
Okay, go ahead and roll me criminal.
6 and 1.
You find it. It's just right there, next to the keyboard.
Great. I want to hack it so that or not even just hack it, I just want to turn down the temperature to blast freeze.
You do so. The fans kick on. You hear like a woof, as the AC kicks into high gear, and all around you, it starts getting colder. Unfortunately, for a lot of you, though, this includes, I think, I'm not sure if panda bears hibernate, but sun bears, grizzly bears, and black bears, I believe, do. So as it gets colder, you do feel, the three of you do feel a little tired. Like,
Oh, I need to gorge myself.
gosh. All right, what was your plan or assign?
Plan here is to hopefully freeze the fluid in the super soakers.
The super soakers, so you look over and you see that the change in temperature is starting to make the liquid inside the super soaker syringe gun separate a little bit. Like it needed to be at a certain temperature in order for it to have all the compounds working together and emulsified perfectly. And now that the temperature is starting to change and change so quickly, that's happening. And Seamus looks at it, it's like, oh, my gun! And he starts trying to shake it violently like he's trying to make an olive oil vinaigrette. And cursing, he actually tosses the gun at Zachariah. So Zachariah, go ahead and make a bear roll to see if you can get out of the way and maybe retaliate.
I rolled a 6.
Oh no, you get hit by the syringe gun. It doesn't break, but it clobbers you over the head, and for a moment you're kind of knocked out and you're on the floor. Swift Paw, you see all this going down. What are you up to?
I hate to do this, but I want to. Can I get a quick flashback to why I want to be on this job so I can get an extra point of criminal?
Sure. As you see the carnage and the chaos around you, Swiftpaw, your mind goes back in time, back to Spoonies, not back to Spoonies, but back to the little French cafe in Paris, where Jean is putting out some Berscotti for all of you to dunk into your coffees.
Like, realistically, the reason I'm on this mission is because I'm a very small bear. And I want to kill some humans. Like, I just can't do it by myself. I've tried. And I just, they think it's cute. They put me on a TikTok. It's very humiliating. But that's why I've brought a knife.
Jean looks at you and says, yes, you have the Bowie knife of Pierre. I'm so glad it has fallen into the right paws.
Taking down humans with their own weapons.
There's so much poetic justice in this.
How do I use it?
You enter a flashback within a flashback in which Jean shows you how to use the knife in a kind of wuxia-esque sort of thing.
All right, the pointy end.
Montage.
The pointy end goes in the human. The pointy end goes in the human.
Yes, and you must do it with force, or else it will not function as a human.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
You're so missing out on the sensation of your teeth sinking into their flesh, though. I'm just saying, you're just missing out.
I've tried, and they just bounce off.
But Zachariah, don't you understand? It is like the knife. It is like her teeth, and she will sink it into their flesh.
But then you don't taste it at the same time.
Well, you can taste the knife afterwards. It's fine. You can even lap up some of the blood. It will be excellent.
Humans are just like moving beehives.
They are. Humans
right.
are like honeycombs. They break easily and leak all over the place.
They're delicious on the inside.
Yes.
I gotta give
Umami.
this a try.
Cool. So we revert back to the carnage, and Swiftpaw, remembering you're the reason why you're on this entire mission, you take out the giant Bowie knife of Pierre.
All right. I am going to try now. Now, seeing as how Zachariah has just been, incapacitated in front of me, and the guy threw his gun, what are the chances he's going to notice a very small sun bear with an enormous Bowie knife going for the backs of his knees?
I mean, well, now that you have 3 in criminal and 3 in bear, why don't you roll criminal for me and let's find out.
All right. Yes, I got a 3.
Describe
Slash.
to me how you take him down.
Oh, okay. So while everybody's looking at Zachariah, I'm just gonna basically kind of like, it's like Boo Boo, but if Boo Boo was homicidal, I think, and he's just like, and then come up behind, and I'm gonna sort of like do a little lineup because it's basically a cartoon, and I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, push with ease, and try to tear out all of his tendons in the back of his legs. So he's just gonna collapse.
You do that. That happens. You cut through his perfectly pressed khakis, and blood spurts out all over his expensive Gucci loafers.
Does that revive me? The scent of human blood?
You know what? Sure. Yes, you smell the scent of blood in the air, and it brings you back from the brink of darkness. And Seamus topples over, screaming, "No! It won't be like the prophecy said! I will not be taken down by bears! No! No, what is this? Why is a dog eating my leg? Oh, God! Oh, God!
Can I maul his throat?
Yes,
We
you
have
can
to
maul his...
fulfill the prophecy.
Can I film this on the phone?
You can film this on the phone. Yeah,
Perfect.
you take out the cracked phone, you hack into it, you're filming.
And just rolling to make sure I don't... Oops, no, I do accidentally broadcast to the kid. Okay.
Oh no!
You hear over the phone, Mommy, why is the bear making out with the man? Mommy. Swiftpaw and Zachariah, as you both fall upon this delicious succulent body, Tractor, you are continuing your rampage through the server room, trying to find Lindsay and possibly some of her sisters.
Can I domino these server shelves in the direction that I heard her shouting?
Yes, go ahead and roll me bear. This is a strength thing, so roll me bear.
3.
You do that. You take your big black bear strength and you push on a server. And despite the fact that all of them are bolted down, they begin to domino over, and you hear a yelp as a server falls, and you hear like an unfortunate like crunching sound. Do you
See,
investigate
that's how you
or
do
come back?
revenge!
No. Tractor, you have beaten me at last. Do you come over to her, or do you just walk away from her dying body?
Oh, I'll go check her out, yeah.
So you walk over. Lindsay is back in her, she's wearing a black silk shift. You see a cigarette holder once again tossed to the side. It's broken. And she turns to you, and you can see her sisters kind of moving forward and wailing their grief and honey badger, which I'm sure sounds something like meh, meh. And she looks at you and she holds up a claw. She says, Tractor, I knew you were right, but I was just so afraid. I let my cowardice overwhelm my sense of justice. Will you ever forgive me?
Well, I mean, I win, so sure.
Oh, okay, well, I guess I'll just die here then.
Tractor is not very complex.
As Lindsay, like, lies there dying, crushed by servers. The rest of her sisters ululating around her. Yeah, you have defeated the two bad people who are basically coming after you. So now you've got to get this out, though.
Okay, so, put it on the chair. I dumped Tristan McConnell out of the chair, and I'm ready to push the chair. Because there's that glass, like, throne room thing, right?
Yeah, well, it's basically a glass beehive, and inside the beehive is a sting throne. It's like the Iron Throne, but it's made of wasp stings.
Okay,
And she is sitting upon it.
put it on the chair.
Ah,
Can
yes. I will have freedom. I will have freedom.
Oh, you were suddenly French, and now you're not French anymore? What's happening?
I haven't quite figured myself out. I am a bee, not a human.
There. I take the hive and I put it on the chair.
All right. I push it toward the elevator.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll me criminal to see if you can get just get the elevator rolling.
I got yet another 6.
You once again hit the penthouse. So all four of you cram into the elevator with the glass beehive on the rolly chair, on the office chair, and you head all the way back up. The doors open again. There's no one in the penthouse because you've killed Seamus and you've killed Lindsay. And just the vapid glass eyes of Pierre stare at you, almost beseechingly.
Swift Paw, while we're here,
Yes?
do you smell anything good?
Yes? Always say yes in improv. Yes.
Go ahead and roll bear for me.
3.
Yeah, you smell some honey based brisket.
All right. There's some honey meats.
Great.
It's rich meats with honey. Cow meats.
Let's grab that for the escape.
So you wander into the apartment, the penthouse apartment. Pierre's skin just sort of out in front of the fireplace, and you make it to the kitchen. You see that the brisket, which was Seamus's favorite meal, is just on the island counter, and you grab it.
I'm so full. I'm not going to have any. I'm so full of Seamus. It was delicious!
Should we try to rescue Pierre?
Yes!
Let's take Pierre with us.
Yes.
This is
So we
undignified.
roll up Pierre.
Yeah.
You roll up Pierre.
Yeah. Ooh. On my way out, is this fireplace like one of those like Bond villain fireplaces? So it's just like
Absolutely.
12 feet of exposed logs.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Is there any way on my way out we could try to like light the building on fire as well by knocking logs about?
Yeah, go for
Or
it.
just
Roll.
taking some honey rum and just throwing it in the fire with a
Oh,
nice
that-
long
All of the above.
row.
All of the above, you
Yeah.
absolutely 100% can do it. If you're planning, but you do have to tell me how you're planning on doing this, because that will determine if it's a bear or a criminal roll.
Right. I am, let's see. I'm going to try to grab a fireplace poker and sort of like two-paw it and flick a log out, golf style.
Okay, go ahead and give me criminal for that.
I fail.
You've been behaving
Oh,
so
no.
strangely tonight.
It's so frustrating. You grab that poker and you try to poke a log out, but it gets caught on like the grate. You forgot to remove the grate, so it's just up against there. And you get a little angry. You get a little hot in the collar. Go ahead and gain a point in bear and take away 1 point in criminal. If anyone else would like to try, I'm down.
I just want to get out. I want to get back into the woods.
Yeah, I'm in the elevator ready to go. I've got the buttons figured out again.
The driver is always on point.
I found the rum. I've had a sip before tossing it. I've decided I'm not tossing it. Let's
Here.
just go.
All right.
Okay, you grab the meat, you grab the mead, you grab Pierre. and the bee and Queen Haneres, and you finally make your way into the elevator. Go ahead and roll me criminal one more time, Tractor, so you can get out.
I got a 3.
Yes! Oh no!
Do we quickly do a flashback?
You can quickly do a flashback. Okay, so what happens is the doors open and you open to the spa level, and as the steam of eucalyptus and like various other herbs fills the elevator, you're taken back to a moment in time. So yes, go ahead and initiate a flashback for Tractor.
All right. So once we rescue the queen, what are we doing with her?
Well, I suppose we make her work for us.
So, do we need a farm for her?
That might be helpful.
Okay, I know some guys we can maul. They own a farm.
Yes, maul people. Yes. I'm all in. Yes, whatever.
If I get to use the knife more than once, then I'm just into bonus territory. That sounds great.
Was that the Farmer Farmerson farm? Because I hear they're a bunch of pushovers.
All right, well, we'll go there. So that's our destination then? That's where I'm driving us once we get the queen?
Yes.
Just
All right.
outside of Little Falls.
Okay, got a plan. Great, let's do that.
Yes.
All right. You head back from the flashback as you smell as you scent all of the herbaceous smells in the air, eucalyptus, lavender. It reminds you of that farm that you're definitely going to all be going to right after this. So let's go ahead and put one more back in criminal, and take one from bear for Tractor.
Okay, so I get us to the Hummer, the stretched Hummer.
Yes, you finally get
with
to
the
the
push
Hummer.
chair and the rolled up Pierre and whatever else we're taking along, the honey
Yes.
rum and the
And
brisket.
you have like a aluminum pan full of brisket. It's like a catering pan.
We've got a Hummer. We've got room for all of this stuff, so it's fine. We may as well load up, right?
Yeah, so you get inside the Hummer, and go ahead and roll me criminal, Tractor, to drive everyone out of there. You all managed to get inside.
I got a 2.
Excellent. You rev up that Hummer, and you hightail it out of there into the night with the you on the way. There are some police cars, a fire truck shows up, but you are
I wave.
you wave. Everyone just kind of like a small girl like waves back at you very confusedly. Mommy, I think that was the bear that was making out with the guy. And on the way, you definitely run over some people as you're heading out. It's
Like
a
you
little
do.
Grand Theft Auto as you're heading out of the Golden Oaks Lodge. The prophecy fulfilled. Seamus McConnell eaten by bears.
Yes.
And I think that this is a really great place to take a quick bathroom break. And when we come back, let's head back into the epilogue.
Fantastic.
Excellent. Hello, and welcome back to Honey Heist. Last we saw our intrepid bear heisters. They managed to get away with their actual score, which was Queen Haneres, mother of bees, destroyer of wasps, and breeder of breaker of honeycombs. I do have this written down. So I think this is a really great point. If this is our film, this is the point where we talk about each of your characters and what do you do with your score. So let's start with Zachariah.
I just wander through the forest and search out more. All the bees. There's so many honey. There's just so much honey everywhere, and I don't know what to do anymore. And I lose track of all of my friends, and I become more bear and more bear and more bear because now I've fulfilled my life's dream.
Yes. Sated to an ungodly degree with honey, Zachariah shambles off into the sunset and begins life as a peaceful grizzly hermit bear in the wild The wild
Peaceful.
tundras of Montana. Peaceful is relative. Still a grizzly bear.
Who
but
needs Ativan when you have Manduka?
exactly. So yeah, the last we see of Zachariah, you sit down on like a little tree stump. You break open some of the honeycomb given to you by the queen herself. You eat it, and you see what are you thinking of as you look at the sunset? in
I
front of you?
noticed that I have a hat on my head, and I don't know where it came from. And I set it down. And then I never speak another word.
Yes. You shamble away with the last of your honey, leaving your hat, your flat cap on the stump, and you live out the rest of your beautiful grizzly life. Swiftpaw,
Oh.
what do you do?
Well, I've honestly had an excellent day. I finally got to kill someone. And you know what? I got a bit annoyed there at the end, but I think that I did very good. I feel quite proud of myself, and I very carefully fold my Bowie knife back up and just sort of, I don't know, hide it in my fur. And I go, all right, time to find another heist. Let's do it again. And I don't know, head towards the city, I suppose. Bear assassin for hire.
A couple of weeks later, we see an ad pop up on the dark bear web. It says Swiftpaw for swift kills. And there's like a really stylized portrait of Swiftpaw with her Bowie knife and like the head of Seamus McConnell in her other paw. For a swift conclusion to your problems, call Swiftpaw.
Oh.
You're in the meantime, you're sitting in what looks like a really nice luxury basement apartment that you've hollowed out into a really cool den, bear den. It's like a perfect combination of criminal and bear in terms of aesthetics. And you get a knock on your door. And you hear a knock on your door.
All right, first, 'cause I'm going to go push my little step stool up and try to peep through the peephole to see who it is, because I am, of course, a cool and criminal bear.
You see a little baby honey badger.
Uh-oh. All right, I'm going to get down, push my stool out, and open the door. And just a crack, and I'm going to go, what's up?
Hello? My name's Kathy. Are you Swiftpaw?
Some may call me Swiftpaw. And sure, you can too. What's up?
I have a target for you.
That sounds excellent. Come on in, kid.
And as she enters, she turns around and gives you a little dossier. She says,
I need you to avenge my mother.
and as you open up the dossier, you see a black and white photo of Tractor. And she says,
My mother was Lindsay Dubois. I need to be avenged. Will you do this for me, Swiftpaw?
Well, you know,
we can
do
just
bears
leave the
have
scene
morals? Do bears understand that kind of thing? I don't know.
It's up to you. It's up to you. Swiftpaw can decide to take the job or not.
I like leaving it on the scene now. Like it's like the spinning top, right?
Yeah, so yeah, we leave it in Inception mode. Next, we go to Ursine. What are you doing with your share of this decadent honey?
Well, after receiving my share from the queen and tasting some of the royal jelly that's been given to me, I found that it's reinvigorated the, well, for lack of a better word, the bamboo now grows strong. And so I now have a desire to not be the last Ursine Liu Ping, that there must be at least a fourth. And so I intend to leave Golden Oaks and Little Falls and travel the world zoo to zoo, infiltrating their panda enclosures and seducing the fertile and fine young pandas within.
You find yourself in a zoo in Vienna. It's beautifully appointed. It's night. The moon shines full in the sky, and you're in a very luxurious planted bamboo grove with Ping. Not Ping. Your name is Ping. With Mei Mei, and a beautiful lady panda, and she's smoking. You both are smoking cigarettes, post-coital cigarettes, and she looks at you and she says, "My God, how were you able to do that? I was in heaven. Oh, your technique was impeccable, Ursine. Take me to heaven one more time. Take me."
Just a little bit of bamboo, and we may be able to do that again.
Oh my
She hands you some bamboo on a tray, and she says, "All right, my darling, let's go to the moon."
And I adorably sneeze, and then it fades to black.
She also adorably sneezes, and it fades to black. And Tractor, where are you?
So I'm in the wine cellar underneath Jean's in Paris.
Yes.
And I'm being haunted by Pierre and Lindsay.
Yes.
So the three of us live underneath the restaurant now.
Yes. So do you ever? So you become a bit of a reclusive hermit. You're sitting surrounded by kegs of royal honey and jars of royal jelly, and you've got your top hat. Your top hat looks a little battered now. It's been a little while, and Jean comes downstairs with like some food for you, and he says, "My friend Chapter, will you not come out and see the sun? It has been months since your caper, and you brought home my father." And you see like a badly taxidermied Pierre in a corner.
So I turn to Pierre and I'm like, "Oh, what do you think? Should we go outside?"
And the ghost of Pierre says, "I think it is better if we stay down here. Maybe just one more cigarette. Come on."
Oh, Lindsay, what do you think?
Yes, I think that we have one more cigarette. I wonder what has become of my daughter, Kathy. I hope she is growing up well and strong.
And I turn to Jean and I'm like, "You heard them."
I heard nothing, Doctor. I heard nothing. You were just talking to the taxidermied corpses of your old friends. You also see Lindsay is badly taxidermied as well, with like a silk pillowcase on.
I think that's my scene.
And that's the scene as you hear, and as it fades to black, you hear the shing of a knife. Mm-hmm. And then we cut to credits. Mm-hmm. And big band music starts playing. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Well, thank you all so much. This has been an awesome game of Honey Heist.
I apologize.
Why? No,
I'm kidding. Thank you.
Okay, I was like, oh my goodness, you have nothing to apologize for.
Total joy.
Oh.
Thank you.
That was great. And thank you so much for joining us here on Dice Friends. And thank you so much, Michelle, for running the game, and Anthony for being here.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Stay safe, everybody, in these bananas times. And we hope we brought you a little joy in these bananas times, too.
Absolutely.
And put some honey on that banana, make it a little sweeter.
Yeah, put honey on all the things.
Yeah.
Just honey is delicious.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Great to meet you guys.
Bye.
Take care.
You too.
Good
Thanks.
to meet you.